that's gonna be more.
I'm the only guy here from the adult babies. The two other guys couldn't make it. One lost his voice. He's a 38-year-old man that has no voice.
The guy Dan loves, like, because of his voice. He's like, dude, who is Chick? I was like, dude, the guy's voice is fantastic. Of course, he lost his voice. He sounds like he's losing.
Dan? It's me, Chick.
Hey, it's Chick. I'm gonna lose my voice any minute, and I decided to lose it before the podcast with you guys.
You need an episode
I wanted to hear his picks. I wanted to hear everything.
I want to have. He needs to have an episode. Oh, there needs to be a special podcast where it's like him, Artie Lang, and Jadakiss all in the same.
Oh my God. Who's more?
And you can play games like figure out who's who.
Which? Oh my God. That would be amazing. God. Well, we definitely are going to have to do it again, have everyone here, but we're super excited to have you here because this is, oh boy. I mean, Manny and I did some Christmas episodes last year, and I felt like the movies were really awesome. We really dug back down into classics, and I have a lot to say about these things, but we really go ahead. First impressions.
Okay, so I always jump in with first impressions. I'll say, of course, this year or this season or after our break that we had, we've gotten different than what was like kind of last season's like test, Dan. And this one was great because it wasn't like mainstream. I mean, it's classic. It's not it's not Santa Claus. It's not Elf. It's not, a Christmas Story. It was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer versus Frosty the Snowman, but the OGs, like, what? Yeah. Wow. And I could tell you, my first impression was, I remember, I thought I remembered both.
Yeah.
I remembered none of them.
Same here, yes.
But I do remember more of the characters of the way they looked in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer over the Snowman. I didn't realize the Snowman was a cartoon. Really? I thought in my brain the Snowman was just another movie like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the stop motion thing, and we'll get into that whole thing. But I remembered nothing. Yeah.
I was so when I saw it, when I put on Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and I started watching it, I was like, who is this really for? I was like, I have no idea. I was like, so, and I have a lot of things to say about it, but it was devastating the way everybody was treating like these two characters, like Rudolph and the elf. I was just like, wait, like relax yourself. Like,
bro, Santa is an asshole.
It was a toxic environment.
Yeah.
Donner is the worst.
Donner totally was like, you're not my son.
Yeah.
You're not. Cover that nose up, jerk.
Yeah. Let me put some mud on it. Like, whoa.
I'm not having a son that looks like this. Like, what is wrong with him? Dude, nobody was supportive in this cast.
No, none.
Nobody. This was like, I thought I was watching the Grinch Who Stole Christmas. Like, they were terrible. They were terrible characters.
Yeah.
Maybe Mrs. Claus was like, maybe nice. Maybe.
Everyone else. Mrs. Claus, her only words throughout the thing were eat, eat, eat. She just kept trying to get Santa to eat.
Yeah. Yeah. She was like, eat, Papa, Papa. And I'm like, oh, gross. Why are they calling each other Papa?
And Santa was like making fun of their songs. He was like agitated all the time.
Dude, unreal. He
works one day a year.
Yeah.
Why are you this pissed off?
I'd be pissed if I lived in the North Pole. Like, that's like, and I have a lot to say about the North Pole and how people just think that the perception from these two films being like the North Pole is this magic place. It's like, no, it's like a frozen hell zone that you would go to and die. Like,
well, that's kind of like the Snowman kind of talks about that. Like, what's her name is just cold the whole time.
Karen.
Oh, yeah.
It's cold. Karen almost passes away in the middle of
All right, hold on. We're about to go into crazy. Like, so what movie are we doing first?
I feel like let's start with Rudolph. Just does come before any of the the other ones, so we'll give Rudolph the first.
I watched
one.
Rudolph second, but I'm fine with doing it first. I'm gonna go straight off the bat.
Go for it.
The terrible stop motion. Like when you put this, we had just done an episode with measuring the score, A Nightmare Before Christmas. When you put that stop motion technology with this crap, this is worse than Gumby, I think.
This was worse than Gumby.
It was.
Oh, and it came out in 1964. So like I'll give them a little bit, but like I was just like, this is really terrible. Like it was weird. And they were like zoom in. I'm like, don't zoom in, like zoom out.
Really the characters didn't need to be zoomed in on. Like they just looked creepy. They were like really bad, like grandma made a doll for you.
Yeah.
Here.
The haunted
characters.
Every character was very creepy and the rest were very mean. It was a bizarre. It wasn't how I remembered it. I remember this growing up. And maybe I'm just more woke than I was back then. But Jesus. It was rough to watch the way they treated the kids.
Oh man.
At one point, the Donner, one of the reindeers, yells to his wife. He's like, women don't go out on searches.
Yeah. He's like, this is man's work. I was like, whoa.
The best is like they're both not man or women. They're an animal. Right. So
there's traditional gender roles.
Yeah. There's traditional gender roles. And like there's even a part when like what's his name is like, yo, that fawn wants you. Like, go speak to her. Like, like, why are we watching? Who was this for? Were children watching this? Like, because I was like, is this an adult? Was this an adult show? Well, I mean, movie?
Well, can we just say right in the first 5 seconds is like real footage, B-roll of what looks like the worst winter storm in history.
In history, yeah.
And I'm looking at that, I'm like, wait a second. I don't remember this. I don't remember these newspaper things and this reality that like lives. Make sure to subscribe for new episodes. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at The Nostalgia Test and on Twitter at Nostalgia Test. Come to the website, sign up for the email, suggest a test, and the website address is thenostalgiatest.com, or go old school and email us at thenostalgiatest@gmail.com.